Hey, check this out. For the best in live music Cleveland has to offer, check out Live from Cleveland every Thursday from 10 to 11 p.m. We've been around for over 20 years, and we're only getting better. That's this Thursday from 10 to 11 on WRUW 91.1.
Welcome to Live from Cleveland. I'm your host this week, your Live from Cleveland sound engineer, Filthy Rich. Tonight we speak with Charlie from JIB Machine Records and his newest signee, Hawk, from Mouth of Clay, based in Sweden. We'll be right back after these messages.
Come and sit down, son. We need to talk.
With so much drama in the LBC, it's kind of hard being Snoop D-O-double-G.
Don't want you playing around that house over there. There's a maniac lives there, and he's dangerous.
Remember where you are. This is Thunderdome. Death is listening.
Some of the following material may be found objectionable by members of the listening audience. Therefore, listener discretion is strongly advised.
Are you sure this is legal?
I don't know.
Preacher said it absolved.
Now I know who I am. I can say to the world, hey, this is me. I am woman. Now like me.
Due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, America's music venues are at risk of closing for good. They were among the first businesses to close and will be among the last to reopen. With a complete loss of revenue, America's venues need financial help now more than ever before. The National Independent Venue Association, or NIVA, has launched a new campaign called #SaveOurStages, a grassroots lobbying effort to get desperately needed legislation passed in Washington to help these venues hit hard by the pandemic. Over 1,300 independently owned music venues have signed on to this campaign, including many here in Northeast Ohio. For more information and ways to help, visit www.saveourstages.org. That's www.saveourstages.org.
Okay, the correct website is saveourstages.com. Saveourstages.com. And there's a form right there you can fill out, and it sends your info to your representatives in the House and Senate. Bills have been introduced as Senate Bill S. 4258, the Save Our Stages Act, and in the House as H.R. 7481, the Restart Act, with the accompanying Senate Bill S. 3814. That's Senate Bill S. 3814, and you can spread the word with the hashtags Save Our Stages Act and Restart Act. Okay, hi again, it's me, Filthy Rich, and thanks for tuning in tonight to Live from Cleveland. A few weeks ago, I interviewed Charlie from JIB Machine Records and Hawk, the guitarist and songwriter from a band called Mouth of Clay, and they're from Sweden. And they have a new album, Songs from the Wasteland, that was released back in May of 2020. Here's a track from their new album. This one's called Hard Times, and then we'll listen to the interview.
Hard
Hello,
Hey.
Hawk.
Can you see me?
How you doing, dude?
I'm doing fine, thank you. And you?
Good. Are you on video, or did I call you on video?
All right. Well,
there's no problem.
Well, thanks for joining us. We might as well get started. And this is Filthy Rich with the with my guests tonight. We've got Charlie from JIB Machine Records. Say hello, Charlie.
How you doing? Hi, everyone.
And we also have Hawk, and he's with a band called Mouth of Clay, one of JIB Machine's signees, I guess. Say hello.
Yeah, that's right. Hello. Nice to be on your show, man.
Well, thanks so much for coming by and spending some time with us. I want to get rid of the gorilla in the room right off the bat. How have you guys been holding up during the pandemic? I mean, it's a little different in Sweden than it is in the United States for sure.
Yeah, I think we're doing okay despite all. So it's not so many I know that's been infected, or what should I say, have problems with the coronavirus. So yeah.
Well, that's good to hear. If you've been reading the news, it's like it's bedlam here in the United States. So
yes.
So you got the new record out, and you released it when?
It was released around 27th of May, I think, 28th. And hopefully the feedback will be okay. The feedback we got so far has been very positive, so I'm very hopeful and glad for it.
You know, one thing that's kind of crazy is what kind of problems or issues did you guys run into trying to release a brand new record during the COVID?
I can answer that. We actually are still having issues. The initial shipment that I sent to Hawk in May prior to the album's release still has not arrived in Sweden.
Wow.
And that's important because he has obviously people that want to buy physical copies. Plus, there's a number of reviewers and DJs that are waiting on it. We have sent it digitally to a lot of people, and as Hawk said, the feedback, the few reviews that we've gotten have been very positive. People seem to really like the record. It's very just solid blues rock and roll.
Oh yeah.
Hawk plays a killer slide guitar.
I was going to say, that was so refreshing to hear the slide guitar. You know, don't take this the wrong way, but, you know, it sounds like you guys came right out of the 70s. You know, nobody's making this kind of music anymore.
Yeah. I think there's a few bands doing, 70s classic rock style, but as I used to put it, but they make like AR mixings and everything, so it sounds very up to date in the mixings, the sound. And I think if you use too much compression and gates and stuff, you will have a more of a stick sound.
Oh yeah.
You know what
yeah.
I mean? Yeah. So I think it's important also to have a more bad sound or dirty sound, I think.
Yes, it's the mix down sounded great. I listened to the album a couple times already, and first thing that stuck out was how refreshing it was to hear new music that isn't the power pop stuff or the deep heavy metal or whatever. That it's just straight up rock and roll, and I think it's a fabulous record.
Thank you very much.
So how long did you guys work on this album?
Oh, what should I say? I'm a songwriter, so I record stuff all the time. It's my, my passion in life.
Sure.
So I think I have that album maybe took like 1.5 years. I think it's because some periods I write like classic 70s stuff, bluesy. And then I come into a acoustic kind of folk music, in the vein of Eagle stuff, country, folky stuff.
Oh yeah.
So I'm into many different worlds, what shall I say, in the 70s box.
Right. Because, just wondering, I listen to a lot of interviews with metal bands, and it's like they don't really meet. They do everything online. How did you guys produce the record? Did the band just go into a studio before the COVID and then you had to do everything remotely, or how'd that work?
No, I have a small studio in my basement. And I record songs, and I lend in people to sing or play drums, or So, but mostly I do, what shall I say, most of the songwriting music on my own. So, yeah.
So are there?
No, also start...
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. No problem.
So are there like a set group of musicians that compose Mouth of Clay, or is it just all you and you're doing a multi-instrumental thing?
I do multi-instrumental thing, yes. Yeah.
Wow. So you're kind of like a one-man band and you just bring in the people as you need them?
Yeah, sometimes. But if the bass player finds, what to say, a better bass line or something, that's no problem, I'm, what shall I say, very open-minded when it comes to music. And I think the most important thing when you create a song is to have the song itself in focus instead of, what shall I say, showing off.
Right, yeah. You keep it gelled as a complete piece rather than some guy off doing his own.
Yeah.
I did see in on your Facebook that you guys, or your band, or this concept started something like 20 years ago. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
So I guess two questions that are related. Why the long hiatus? And then B, what inspired you to get back into it?
Sorry, I didn't get the question.
Why did you take so much time off? And then what caused you to reform?
Okay, sorry. It was like, what should I say, the drummer we had in Mouth of Clay, 2001, he lost his arm. He had some he had problems. He lost his arm. So we went, what should I say, separate ways. We tried to have a band, but there was some issues in the band too, not just about the arm. It was like other problems. Mm-hmm. I think we were quite young at that time. And so when they, Akarma, the record label, decided to release the old material, 2017, I think it was. Uh-huh. I talked to the drummer and I said, like, I have some songs laying around. Are you ready to do some drumming again? And he was like, yeah, I really waited for this. And so he was back in the show with one arm, This one arm drumming you hear on the new record.
That's amazing.
Just like Def Leppard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Rich, that's how when I was in Italy in 2017, I met up through a mutual acquaintance with a guy by the name of Giorgio Mangora, who owns A Karma Records. And I went to La Spezia and met him. And then JIB Machine has done some third-party distribution with a handful of their releases here in the States, one of them being Mouth of Clay, the Darkened Sun. It's a double album. It's got a lot of great stuff. I got to get you a copy of that, actually.
Super.
And then, as Hawk said, Hawk reached out to me on Facebook, and we just started talking, and then that's how we ended up partnering for this release for Songs from the Wasteland.
Yeah, speaking of the new album, Songs for the Wasteland, like I said, the slide guitar stuff is just killer. Is there any track that, I don't want to ask you what's your favorite one. Is there any track that really stands out to you as far as a complete composition or something that makes it unique?
Righteous Man is, I think that's the song. It's very much Southern rock in the vein of, what shall I say, Lynyrd Skinner.
Yeah. Because a lot of it sounded like, to me, I didn't want to pull out the Skinnerd, but like Molly Hatchet or someone like that, or the Outlaws maybe, that kind of thing. So let's give a listen right now to Righteous Man. And this is Mouth of Clay from their new album, Songs from the Wasteland.
Some of the following material may be found indecent or objectionable to some members of the listening audience. Therefore, listener discretion is strongly advised.
That was Righteous Man from Mouth of Clay from their new album, Songs from the Wasteland. We're here with Charlie with JIB Machine Records. Say hello, Charlie.
Hello, hello.
And we're here with Hawk, who is the singer-songwriter, excellent slide guitar player from Mouth of Clay. Say hello.
Hello, hello. Nice to be on your show, man. Once again.
So, you are in Sweden, is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Lifelong Swedish person, I guess, huh?
Yeah, I'm a typical Swede, I guess.
Yeah. How did you get started in doing music and guitar and songwriting, for that matter?
Oh, it's my dad played guitar, you know, and he listened to, what shall I say, old school rock and roll, like everything, like Tommy Steele, Ventures, The Shadows, and also country music, and some hard rock too, like Status Quo and T-Rex, and
old school.
I was, old school, yes. And I had like a cheap guitar. I think the name was Duke or something. Was like really crappy guitar. I didn't have any amplifier, so a friend of mine, his dad, he fixed an old tube radio. I think the speaker was like, what should I say, 4 inches maybe, smallest one. Sounded terrible. That was the start, and then I think I was like 11, 12 years old, and I didn't know what I was doing. I was playing the blues before I even know it was the blues.
Wow.
That's a strange thing. So, and then I didn't touch the guitar for many years. I think I was 23.
Mm-hmm.
Then I saw the movie Crossroads, and Ry Cooder's slide guitar, you know, ripped my soul in pieces. And I was like, I want to be Ry Cooder.
That's awesome.
But,
that's an awesome movie. Ry Cooder, Steve Vai, Ralph Macchio, but Ry Cooder was playing Ralph Macchio's parts in the movie, and Ralph Macchio wasn't playing it.
That's hilarious.
That was the start, and I think I had the guitar for like 6 months, and then some people asked me if I wanted to join a band, and I think the first band, we call us Roadhouse, also after the movie with Patrick Swayze.
Yeah. I just watched that the other night. Awesome movie, classic movie.
Yeah. And then I saw Jeff Healey, and it's like Jeff Healey and Ry Cooder, you know. Yeah. That's the man in my life, you know, when it comes to guitar playing.
That's
and then
that's pretty cool.
That's cool. We had some local bands, played some shows, lots of biker clubs we have played.
Oh yeah.
And also last year we played the Sweden Rock Festival. I think it's the second time I played it. It's one of Europe's biggest festivals.
So, did you have to recruit like a backing band to do that?
What shall I say? The first time we played Sweden Rock was like 2015 with a band called Keyman Hawk, and it was like a competition from the Sweden Rock website for unsigned bands, and then they saw our video we made for the song Delta DC, and they was like, well, these guys, we have to have them here playing, you know. So we played the Sweden Rock Show 2015, and we had like a local, band with local people. And last year when we played in a band called James Holkworth and the Cool Benders. It was very much swamp blues rock, like John Fogerty style.
Yeah.
And that band, it was a person, you know, and I can't say his name here now, but So he and I started up that band. It was like people from different parts of Sweden, and the singer was is from England.
Okay.
His name is Adam Barron, very good singer. He sang on The Voice, the competition for singers in England.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, he's a very good singer. So we hooked up. I think we had 3 rehearsals for the gig. That's
How many people did you play in front of?
Oh, I can't remember. I think they said it was like, I think it was 5,000 something. I think.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Big show, big show.
We opened up the whole festival. The festival is like Wednesday till Saturday. So we was the first band on stage. People, they was digging it, even if it's a metal festival. They like the swampy rock sound. This was very nice.
And so when you played that show last year, was it a lot of the songs that we hear on this album?
No, it was with another band.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think Mouth of Clay didn't have as much live performances. It was like, what should I say? Mouth of Clay was a jam band, more or less, from the start, from the first rehearsal to the last. And we recorded the songs live, except songs from the Wasteland. So the first double album is like, what should I say, most of the songs are recorded live with some overdubs, slide guitar and some other things. We just had a 4-track Porta studio when we recorded it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And yeah, I think it's problem, to get the decent sound when you use the very, what should I say, cheap equipment.
But that,
yeah, but
that gives it a kind of a vintage sound, don't you think?
Of course. Giorgio and the guys at the Karma Records in Italy, they said like, have you recorded 30 songs? Yeah, you only sent us 12. Okay, I can send you the rest, but I have to do like a new mixing of it. I just have the stereo tracks.
Oh.
Not like, yes, I couldn't do anything with the drums or guitars or anything, just like using the equalizer and stuff like that. To brighten the songs up a bit. It was quite muddy at the original recordings.
Yeah, that the whole mastering process is it's tricky. It's a kind of artwork.
Yeah, of course it is. It takes too much time when you, what shall I say? When you play lots of, when you create music, and then you have to sit down and mix it and master it. You want to puke on the songs, and then sorry to say it, but yeah.
That's interesting. Well, let's go back to the new album. I kind of like the track that's called "Gotta Let Me Go." So, can you talk a little bit about "Gotta Let Me Go"?
Yeah, that was a really fun thing. It was when I made it. Like I played for the singer in Mouth of Clay, and I said like, "Well, that's a really great track, but I think we need some kind of refrain."
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Okay." And when the refrain came, it's like, I think it's one of the first times in my life I make like an AOR refrain. Yeah, but I think it went okay because you take what you have and you do what it takes, even if it takes hours. You can always, what shall I say? If you use your fantasy and stuff, you can always do something okay. I think so. Yeah.
It works.
So I think the refrain, it works. Yeah.
All right, we're going to hear that track right now. Right here on Radio Children or Live from Cleveland. I'm not sure which show we're on. And we're back with Charlie from JIB Machine Records, and we're talking with Hawk, singer-songwriter and lead slide guitar player Hawk from Mouth of Clay. One thing I noticed that there is some really nice touches. There's like a Hammond B3 organ in some of the songs. And is that you on keyboards?
Yeah. Yeah, but I think the nick is Guru something.
Yeah. It really adds that right color that gives it that kind of like, makes it shade sort of deep purplish like,
Yeah.
It's very nice. How did you? How long have you been playing keyboards?
To be really honest, I just play when I record. I sit, and I don't know anything about chords, anything. it's like, okay, this sounds good. I used it. I don't know what I'm doing. Sorry to say this, but
That's really DIY. You know, what do they always say that never mind. What I was going to say is you have that need, and it's just like the mother of invention, so to speak.
Sorry, I didn't get it. I'm sorry. My English really sucks after all this year. I'm sorry for this.
That's okay. That's okay. My Swedish is no good either.
Okay.
So this is good. This is going to be a really off-the-wall question, but I should ask it anyhow. What are the prospects for Mouth of Clay to actually do a tour? I mean, maybe after all this COVID stuff is over.
Yeah, it's what shall I say? All in the band, we are around 50 years old. We have families. We have regular works.
Yeah.
And what shall I say? We can't just afford to pay for gigs, but if we get paid, like, let's say, even Steven, it's no problem.
Mm-hmm.
But I got what shall I say? A guy from Russia who has a management, him messaged me and asked if we want to tour, but it's like we have to pay for the travel, travel costs.
Sure.
Cars, everything. So no one has money, to fix it. It's impossible.
Oh, that's a shame. We'd love to have you on Live from Cleveland.
Maybe we can. We can live at your house or in the radio station or something.
Yeah, well, the problem we could do something because we're not actually allowed in the radio station. We're locked out of the radio station. That's why I'm doing this from home. And but we have had musical guests on. Maybe it's just a guy with a guitar, or we had a guy that did some emo. So maybe we can work something out.
Yeah, that would be cool. Really great.
So, so Charlie, how does one go about? Where can one get Mouth of Clay music?
You can visit JIB Machine, JIB, JIBMachineRecords.com or JIBDistro.com. I'm trying to think.
Is it on all the other streaming services?
It's all over. Yeah, well, that's physical, but it's all over. It's on iTunes. It's on Spotify. It's on the whole 9 yards. You could find songs from the Wasteland anywhere.
And real quickly, JIB Machine is a Cleveland label.
Yeah, I'm here, but we're all over the place. I mean, Mouth of Clay is from Sweden, and they're actually the first European band that we've signed. And later this year, we have a record coming out, but from Slam and Gladys, and they're basically based in Los Angeles. So we still have our roots in Cleveland. There's, the Hostile Amish, who've been on the label forever, and Eli Guitar Man Fletcher, who's been on the label forever. We still have, our Cleveland roots, but we're also branching out. I've always been interested in releasing really good music with my friends, and not all my friends live in Cleveland. So sometimes, also, Hawk and I have known each other since, like I said, since JIB. The first album that JIB actually put out from A Karma, from the third party distribution was Dark and Sun, Mouth of Clay. I love it. I have it here on vinyl at my house. So
oh, nice.
I listen to it from time to time. No, it's been great to work with Hawk and have this experience. And thank you for having us on the show, Rich. You always support JIB Machine and the bands, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah, it's we're going to do so many things this year, but there's no shows going on anywhere. So we'll try again next year.
Yeah, one of these days, when we can start playing live again, man. We'll figure some things out for sure.
Well, Hawk, thanks so much for joining us tonight here on the radio station WRUW. And if there's one song you want me to play right now off the new album, what would it be?
Yeah, hard decision. I think You Got My Mojo. I think that's a cool one. It's a set top style kind of thing. It's groovy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's the first track on the album, so when you drop the needle on it, this is what you can hear, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, my guests have been Charlie from JIB Machine Records and Hawk from Mouth of Clay, and this is You've Got My Mojo. right, guys.
There's also a video for You've Got My Mojo.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, you might want to throw that in there if you're able to somehow fit that in. That there is a.
You know, I think I saw it. I didn't play it, but I saw it on Hawk's Facebook.
It's on JIB Machine's website too, under the videos page. There's a bunch of videos from different bands under JIB Machine's video page on the website, and it's there. It's one of the first ones on that one.
Well, best of luck to you guys. Charlie, we'll talk soon. Hawk, it was great meeting with you and talking with you, and best of luck in the future, and stay well, wash your hands.
Thank you very much, Rich. I really appreciate to be on your show, and hopefully you and the listeners will enjoy the music from Mouth of Clay. And also, I want to thank you, John, once again for hooking up with me and my band. I owe you guys.
Oh, thanks. Not a problem. Not a problem. I'll tell you what, when you've got that next record in the can, give Charlie a call and we'll do this again.
Oh,
thank you very much.
Hawk has other projects we might be putting out here in the future. So yeah. And Hawk, we'll talk soon, buddy. All right.
Okay. No problem. Take care now.
Take care of yourself.
Thanks so much. Hi again, it's me, Filthy Rich. You're live from Cleveland Sound Engineer, and thanks for joining us. We just listened to an interview I did a few weeks ago with Charlie from JIB Machine Records and his newest signee, Hawk, from Mouth of Clay, based in Sweden. So thanks to both Hawk and Charlie for sitting in with me. Their new album is Songs from the Wasteland, and it's available now on all the popular music websites. Oh, and before I forget, let me remind you again that you can go to saveourstages.com and send a message to your representatives in Congress and get them to allocate relief funds to the small local venues across the country, including many right here in Northeast Ohio. Many of the music venues we've all frequented over the years are in dire straits now, and some of them potentially may not come out of the other side of this pandemic. We'll do our very best here on Live from Cleveland to keep you informed about the music scene here in Greater Cleveland and beyond every week going forward until we can finally have bands back in studio again. Rachel H. should be back next week, and it's been my honor to host Live from Cleveland tonight. So let's go out with another track from Mouth of Clay and their new album, Songs from the Wasteland. This one's called Temporary Salvation. For the entire Live from Cleveland crew, I'm Filthy Rich, and we'll talk to you again next week, Thursday at 10 p.m. for another pre-recorded edition of Live from Cleveland on WRUW-FM 91.1 Cleveland.
WRUW 91.1 FM, Cleveland, the happiest place on earth.
First, they didn't see it coming. Then, they thought they could handle it. But now, they need a good supply of buddy bags.
Metal music is a convergence of extremes, at times profound, at times juvenile, at times heartwarming, and at times brain-battering. In this oleo of brutality and splendor, you can find salvation. Beautiful Dreadnought may be able to help. Since 2007, Beautiful Dreadnought has showcased an eclectic mix of music from all corners and all eras of the metal world. Join me, Smuggler, every Thursday night / Friday morning from 1 to 3 a.m. here on WRUW-FM 91.1 Cleveland. Doom metal, death metal, black metal, power metal, post metal, heavy metal, thrash metal, crustcore, acid, grind, sludge, and what have you. That's Thursday night / Friday mornings from 1 to 3 a.m. It's a convoluted world out there. We'd best get to headbanging.